Hello, Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to Healthy Kitchen, the show that fuses modern cuisine with traditional flavours. My name is Sameena Ali Khan, and with me is our star chef, Rachel Muse, who cooks for celebrities and royalty. Now, it's been a summer of sport. We've had the Euros and, of course, the Olympics, and I'm sure that's inspired many of you to consider getting fit. So today's theme is about protein and how to help you build the figure that you want. So let's have a look at what's on the menu today. Rachel, tell us about the beef steaks that you're going to prepare.
Well, we've got two beautiful pieces of beef here.
Yeah.
I've taken them out of the fridge.
Yes.
To warm them up. I like to cook steak that's at room temperature.
Okay.
Because then it's less of a shock to its system when you put it into a hot frying pan, and you'll interfere with the texture of it less. So you have the.
So you're saying take it out of the fridge and leave it outside for a good 20 minutes or so?
Yes, leave it covered.
Yes.
And then I like to put some oil on the steak, not in the pan.
Okay.
So that the oil covers the steak. And so when you come to cook it, you don't have the pan swimming in oil.
Right.
You just have the oil you need directly on the steak.
Already on it.
I like to get the pan really hot before I start.
And how have you done that? You've actually put it in the oven. Right.
So that means the pan is uniformly hot. Now, that's not for everybody. If you don't want to do that, that's fine, but that's how I like to do it. So I have a pan here. So then over a medium heat, because you do not have to heat up the pan.
Yeah.
We fixed that problem already. And then do remember
to use that, yeah. Keep that on.
Keep that on. And then I'm frying steaks 2 at a time. I wouldn't fry any more than that because, as we've talked about before, if you put something into a pan, then the pan has to now heat up something that's cooler than it. And it messes up the heat of the pan. But this is a nice hot pan, so we should have a lovely big sizzle.
Okay, so do we step back at this point, or is it
going
to be okay?
You can.
Okay,
I'm just going to put a little pinch of salt.
What's the salt doing? Is that seasoning? Or?
It's seasoning, yes. And there's an awful lot talked about salt and meat, and to say that it's hygroscopic and it would take out the flavour of the meat and make it tough. Okay. But I like to season just before I fry.
Okay.
So we should get a nice sizzle.
Let's hear that.
There we go, sizzle. Sizzle.
Straight away, it's searing that meat, isn't it? You can see that.
It is. It is. And sometimes people are tempted to stick a fork in and mess about.
Yeah.
And then what I like to do is to flip it.
Yeah.
As you say, you can see it searing. And can you see that the steaks are getting smaller?
I can. They're reducing in size, aren't they?
They are. You might say, well, is that magic? Well, no. What's happening is, you see the steam.
Yes.
That's moisture.
From the meat being pulled out.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay, that is hot.
Yes.
But that, to me, is well done.
Okay.
So we're going to take it off the heat and let the beef rest.
Now, tell us about meat, particularly steaks, resting. What does that actually do? Well,
the cooking process, I was nearly going to touch that. I was nearly going to touch it, but I'm going to turn that off now. By resting the meat, you have kind of unsettled its stability by putting it in a boiling hot pan, a roasting hot pan,
yes.
Cooking it. So resting it allows all the fibres to relax back to how they would have been in the first place.
Right.
And it draws the moisture back in. If I were to cut this open now, whatever moisture there was in it would come out.
Right.
If I allow it to rest for 5 minutes,
ideally
on a warm plate, but I put it on this board to make it look very pretty, then that moisture would not run out. It's absorbed back into the fibres of the meat.
Rachel, the moment has arrived. We can assemble this sandwich. Tell me what you're going to do.
Well, we've got our steaks resting on their warmed plate.
They look good.
Well, you tell me, what would you like? We have a section of ciabattas. We've got just ordinary ciabatta, or we've got seeded one.
Seeded, please.
Seeded?
Let's go healthy.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly toast it.
Okay.
And then top it up like this.
So you're going to toast it in the pan,
Well,
presumably.
okay, when I say toast it, that's probably more, it's more
frying.
bit more
Okay,
like
but
frying.
gently warming
yes, exactly.
using the pan.
So
Let's
I'm going to
say
just
that.
put a spot of oil.
Okay, and that's just rapeseed oil?
That's rapeseed oil, yes. And
Okay.
then let that heat up.
Yeah.
Pan's nice and hot already.
Yeah.
And just get it to brown.
That's going to give us a nice crunchy surface then.
I can tell you're quite excited by that.
I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
this.
Do you want to hand me that blue plate?
Yeah, sure.
I'll do all the other doings for it.
Yeah, I
So-
quite like this steaks, to be honest, because I'm trying to keep fit and healthy. And I know when you are training or you are working out, inevitably there's a bit of muscle damage sometimes afterwards. And that's a good source of protein, isn't
a good
it?
source of protein. So if you have been in the gym running around, or just, you know, our busy daily lives of being
Yes.
active, cycling, swimming, running after kids.
Yeah. Any sort of muscle damage,
Yes,
really.
exactly. Right, let's have a watch
Okay,
of this. Let's
great.
hope I have just a minute more, maybe.
Right, so that's warming through quite
Yes,
nicely.
yes. So I'm making you a little pea shoot and lemon for the side of your plate.
Fabulous.
Pea shoots all the rage these days, but if you can't find pea shoots, just as happy with rocket, or you know, use whichever leaves you like. I've got some nice strong cheddar here. Oh no,
Okay.
I think we're in business now.
Okay,
I don't want to burn that.
okay. So that didn't take very long at all,
Not
really,
at
did
all.
it? So you just keep your eye on that one.
Just keep your eye on it. Yes.
Okay.
So I've got some nice, strong, fresh
Cheddar cheese.
cheddar cheese, nice
Right.
strong cheese, and I always like to keep it in baking parchment because
Right.
that way it will last a nice long time.
Okay, that's a good tip.
Yeah. Put that just under there. Now I'm going to do a little bit of grated cheese,
Yes.
and with this we haven't got any chips because it's in the form of a sandwich, and we're going to serve it with some salads.
Okay,
So-
now what's that you're putting on?
This is some onion chutney,
But it adds flavour.
adds flavour, also texture,
Yes.
and then this is a little tip I've picked up recently, spreading things with the back of the spoon.
Yeah, nice and easy, especially into ciabatta.
Absolutely.
Fill
Absolutely.
it all in.
Yep.
Right.
Then got the grated cheese there.
Yeah. Again, this is something you can do with the family, isn't it? Because
Great,
you can pick
yeah.
what you want
Yes.
on your sandwich. You
Absolutely.
can make it according to your taste.
Exactly. Exactly. I've grated a bit too much cheese there, but that will do for me when I come round to
Okay.
having mine. Now I am going to take your steak.
Right. Wow.
Now I'm thinking actually I'm going to cut it in half to fill in the sandwich.
Yeah.
Is that
okay.
going to be, is that
yeah,
going to
no,
be better
that's
for you?
great. Yeah, I'm thinking that's quite a lot actually.
Yes. Let me put that to one side. And which do you prefer, one or the other?
Yeah, the smaller one probably.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
let's
okay.
go with the smaller one.
So let's cut. Can I give you that
Yeah,
back? Thank
sure.
you. So I'm going to cut it in half, and you see there, beautifully.
Beautiful. Yeah, very nice.
Yes. There we go, like that. And now I've grated that, so that's not going to be easy to fold shut. There we go.
Voila.
Voila, and a tiny bit of salt just to dress those. And
There
there
you
you
have
are,
it.
a steak sandwich. And if you would like, I've made some caramelised onions
Okay.
just there
As a garnish.
as a garnish.
Lovely.
And also, let me give you a spoon for that if you should wish to have one. And then a nice bit of tomato and green bean salad.
Okay.
And quite often people like tomatoes,
On their own.
yes, with the steak.
Yeah. Okay.
which
That looks great.
I've just put a touch of sugar and a touch of salt on them, a pinch of each, just to bring out the flavour of the tomatoes.
Okay. So once again, these accompanying dishes, the recipes, you will find them on our website, healthykitchen.tv, and of course all Rachel's tips. And we would love to hear from you and find out how you got on preparing these dishes and indeed this fantastic sandwich. Rachel, have you got a knife? Because I'm actually cut this in half.
Yeah.
So I can do this with a little bit of dignity.
Shall I cut it into little bits?
Yeah, let's have a taste and then we can try it.
Yeah,
please. Because it all looks really appetizing, doesn't it? With the colours.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Shall I grab that little bit there?
Absolutely.
Okay, here we go. And that is divine.
Okay. Well, and
that is
great.
Beautiful.
If you've been in the gym running around, then you can say, well, I'm eating this because I need to build my protein back up.
Best thing about it, the flavour of the meat.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely beautiful. So well done, Rachel. Enjoying this. It's lovely.
Thin cut steaks are less about indulgence and more about simplicity. They tend to be popular as an everyday alternative to chicken or lamb. The versatility of thin cuts allows people to increase their beef repertoire and makes them an ideal ingredient for everyday meal solutions.